Hello, everybody. Welcome to a episode or a new series. Pretty much just gonna try to save it for this one. So we are here in Ticking County, Iowa, at this point. I got my skid steer loaded up with my Ford. So the whole fiasco is pretty much he wanted 200 grand for the place. We cut to a bit of hay ground, some CRP, and then some ground that he rents out. Yeah, that's it. So I got skid steer and all of the attachments that I'd ever need for it, and we're heading down there right now to check out his build. It's been a while since I've been down here. He was the first generation, so I'll be the second generation. So, but this farm is not even that new. It's pretty new to us. Yeah, so we are in debt $200,000, and we have 2 years to pay it off. So we have to pay that in year 3 of August. And if we don't get it paid back by then, then it's going to take the farm. Back to square one. Pretty much square zero. That won't happen. So right about here is where the property starts. Just all this. Where all this grass starts. Yes, right to that. We have rights to this ditch, and then that little bit of hay ground there. Most of those little trees a little bit. So here's the place. Get the gate here. So I get in the truck. Turn here. Crap. Because I'm the interstate for a little bit. Whoops. So we own that CRP over there. Contractor won't be up till next year spring, so I think what we'll end up doing is just trying to look for a ripper and do all that. But last time I was over here, there wasn't really much here. I guess I don't remember what he got all for equipment. Last thing I remember him doing was just pretty much hay. So there's that tent. I was out here a little bit earlier, just sitting in my tent and stuff. Pull over here, shut the truck off, and we'll hop out. So here's my totally 5-star tent, and then we have our Westeel Roscoe. This looks pretty new, actually. It's a 19-foot 4-ring. Okay, looks pretty nice. So this is the hayfield, and then we'll get to that later. Here is, looks like a New Holland 116 Haybine. This actually looks in pretty good condition. The tires look good. How does that crap look? That actually looks pretty good. It looks like, I think the last time you cut hay with this was like a year ago, so probably only have to fix a little bit of stuff, but let's open this. So we got case 1175 Agri King. Looks nice. So he basically just has been doing hay recently. Didn't really do, kind of got out of crops, but this looks like a 1075. Yep. Square bell wagon. Then he's got a John Deere 348 square baler. Oh, I see he's got the long chute on there. He's got a Surtex QR12 rake. This is a pretty nice rake. It looks like, I think it's, yeah, it's a 12-wheel rake. Looks pretty nice. Got a welder, I think. Toolbox. Bunch of stuff there. See if I can. No, you're not gonna let me. And then we got a one of these, which is pretty nice. So yeah. It looks good. It looks like it has twine in it, so. I suppose we don't really have anything to do. I suppose we don't really have any trees to cut or anything, so I suppose we could see if this stuff starts up and start pulling stuff out of the shed so we can start making hay. So let's hop in this tractor. She'll start up. This right away. See if we can hook it to yeah, right. Try to back up to get this lined up right. There we go. So texture. So yeah, this is kind of like a shopping station. So this is really nice. This thing up. We will pull this bush. This is working for a while. Let's see what's up further. Is it the looks good? Let's see here. We'll do some maintenance. Shut the tractor off. Let's look at it here. Yeah, that looks good. Those hydraulics look good. Let's check all these. This reel looks a little bit beat up. Yeah, otherwise I think we're good to go. He used this not too long ago, so we should be good to go. Let's hop in here, start it up. Let's see if it'll turn on. Hopefully get enough money to get a ripper. After these 2 cuts that I'm hoping we'll be able to get 2 cuts off this. Hopefully. So let's put this here. Get out here. See if it's ready to cut. gonna get all this cut, and I will talk to you guys once I finish this little section here. To the next little bit that yeah, this one. Size of this, looks like this thing's which makes everything go a lot faster. So it's nice. But it is used to actually put up all that hay over there. That was back when they used to do crops and that stuff. They used to actually do like they used to have like it'd be like a 7720 or something like that, or maybe it was a 7700 or something like that. But he would count on this. Still gotta talk to the dealership. I think I got a Ripper on it that I would like to get. And then there's one that I'm probably gonna have to get because I'm not gonna have enough money to get the one that I want to get. It's this 20-foot cultivator I'll show it to you guys. Game load. So this would be the cultivator, and I would get the Remingler Harrell. Be an international cultivator, so it would match how we're. Ooh. Do we want to get white chains? That actually doesn't look too bad. Maybe, possibly. But so the guy said it would be about $5,500 for this, or if we don't get enough money for that, we could get. I know he's this guy just up the road. He was looking at selling his plow for $2,500. Which we actually have that right now. But then again, you gotta think, well, we're gonna have another cut of hay, so we'll be able to cut all this, all that, and then there's some other stuff that probably gonna cut a little bit of ditch here. So I'm not sure quite where it is. Train coming. Illegal crossing. It's probably not even realistic. We'll fire it back up. We'll get all this section. Turn down my vehicle volume. I don't know if it's loud for you guys, but I'm just gonna turn it down. Seems kind of loud. This thing is like screaming. It feels like it's got a freaking V8 in it. It's just freaking screaming. But we will get all of this cut and available. We'll get this little section here done. I'm not sure about doing this section here. Just got to cut this a little bit here. It isn't a lot, but at this point I'm trying to get all the money I can, because I still gotta buy a planter, combine, and a bunch of that stuff, which is gonna be pretty bad unless I can talk to some neighbors maybe. I'm pretty sure that guy down the road had some stuff that he wanted me to look at. It was like an old combine. I think it was like a 7700, or it might have been international. John Deere. I'm not really sure what it was, but it was an old combine he wanted me to look at. So I was highly considering getting that, because I think he wanted only like, I don't know, like 10 grand for it, which would be a lot of money, but we could probably make a good amount of that off of hay. And you gotta think next year, we're gonna have a lot more ground, because that one CRP contract will be up. That other one will still have a little bit of time on it, but still. I think we'll just fold it up and do a little bit of ditch hay here. Yeah, this seems a little bit steep. What do I want to do here? I guess probably go to the other side. Oh, that's rough. My car's go. I guess we could cut a little bit of this down. Yeah. Let's turn this on. Let's cut this bit of ditch here. Gee, I'm freaking slow down for crying out loud. Can't you see? Somebody's trying to cut hay here. But this stuff is a little bit uneven, but it's fine, I guess. More hay the merrier. Yeah, we'll get this ditch hay cut. Because I know the guy personally, so that's why he's letting me cut it. He owns this whole field here. So, yeah, it gets pretty freaking steep around here. Jeez. Didn't realize these ditches got that bad. You know, if this were real life, it probably would have snapped like 14 things back there. But, yeah. So we'll get all this cut up. I mean, there isn't really a lot of texture I can do, because, yeah, just because of how steep a lot of this stuff is. Yeah. But I'll talk to the county, see what they'll, I don't know, probably drive around, look at a couple ditches, see if there's a couple ones that I might want to cut. But yeah, so, and then I'll show you guys how you would get to the new CRP for 2-hour CRP ground. Yeah, I'm forgetting my decisions right there. That kind of seems fairly bad. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna cut that again. Probably won't even rake this stuff just because of how freaking steep it is. Like freaking mowing Mount Everest. We get all this made. Do a little touch up here for this. Drop it down. And then I think he said there's like a strip along here that I could cut if I wanted. Just all this along here. So, cut it. That's free money. Just right up along that drop off. Yes, this is a little dangerous, but otherwise, this ditch hay is doing okay. I mean, I'd say. I mean, it's doing pretty good for sure. We're definitely getting a good amount of hay off of it, which is always good. So we can get, yeah, we're getting a pretty good amount of hay off of this, I'd say. Some sketchy stuff. Sketchy stuff. But yeah, we'll turn it around, drop it back down. Pass it one. Probably do one more pass and then call it quits. Just to tidy up that end. Pretty sure, I'm 80% sure that this guy put a turbo on this, but yeah, it's definitely got a lot of horses under the hood. I think this says like 130, maybe not, I'm not really sure, I guess. I'll get the rest of this hay, ditch hay cut. So that makes for a good amount of hay. We got all this cut, that cut, and that cut. So yeah, I'm gonna throw the mower in. We're gonna head down the road because I believe I think there's one or two more sections that he wanted me to cut. Or maybe there's three. Let me look on my map here. No, I don't think there was any really. Yeah. I mean, I'd hay this ditch if it weren't so freaking hilly. I mean, it's like freaking climbing a mountain there. Like, jeez. But, yeah. Oh gosh, we're so oh gosh, yeah, yikes, this hill. Pretty sure it rained a little bit a couple days ago. Yeah, we're just sinking. Ruh-roh. Let's give it another try. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on, you got this. Don't sink. Oh, come on. Crap. Yeah, we're sinking. Yikes, this is bad. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know why it's so little on here. Why can't I just gonna try to go right up on the edge here. Come on, girl. Don't get out now. Yes, come on. There we go. Out. Sweet. Got over that. But yeah, when I see you guys in the next episode, I'll probably have all this raked and and we'll be baling. So this is the end of episode 1 of Numbers On, pretty much. So yeah, we'll unhook the good old hay line right back here. Protection. Drop the pin. This is we'll go ahead, hook up to this rate, and I think should work. If it doesn't, then we're gonna be kind of screwed, I guess. Hopefully this thing's wide enough. Let's try it out for a little bit. Let's drop it down. Yeah, should work. Yeah. Yeah. Now we're talking. Sweet. We'll see you guys next time. I'll shut the tractor off. Let this hay dry a little bit. But yeah. Looks like we got a really good cutting off of this. Jeez. Jiminy crickets. That's a heck of a cut. I'll tell you what. Jeez. It's pretty thick. So we cut all of this ground, a little bit of ditch hay along here. Just right along here, and then right along here. So that was all good. I think my buddy said he had some hay ground up here, but that's a little bit far away, I guess. I don't really want to travel up there, maybe. I guess we could travel up there a little bit later, maybe. But yeah. And then I thought I had another guy. Where's it? Yeah, the 74. He's got a bunch of CRP along here. Yeah, there's a lot of people around here are kind of into that CRP deal or whatever. A lot of people do a lot of that, especially just up here. I mean, this field 109, that's really good soil, but they're not farming it. And a lot of it. They're only farming like half of it. So. But, yeah. Well, this is all good. We're all done with this bit of hay. I wonder if it'll tell me how much hay I got. It says 118,000 liters, so 35 tons. So, comes out to 5 grand, which is pretty good. Let me check the hay prices. Yeah, 58 bucks there. Probably gonna keep it till February. Let's look at planters. What planter would we want to get? Oh, definitely one of these. Because I was checking out the co-op earlier and I saw they had a side dresser, so we could probably just hook an anhydrous tank up, do it that way, and then just plant seed that way. But so yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode of Uncle's Farm.